Hello and welcome everybody to LC2's coverage of the TWR Truck Series live racing here tonight from the Atlanta Motor Speedway located in Atlanta, Georgia. An exciting race here tonight, 67 laps. I'm going to take a bit of time now to look at your starting grid for tonight's event. On pole, we have the number 51 machine of Casey Drake in that purple Toyota Tundra right there. Derek Smith to his outside, starting second at number 66 machine. Row 2, we have Andy Andrews in the 20, Jeffrey Price on the outside of the second row in the 45 truck. Row 3, Stephen Gale, fellow commentator. He's actually racing tonight since there's not a ton of people showing up to tonight's race. He decided to put it behind the wheel instead of the mic, and so he'll be out there. And he said if he wrecks out, he'll come join us back in the booth. So it's always good to see that. And Hilton Young, I believe his first start, he's right there. And the number 13 truck started in 6th. And then I believe right in the field, Preston McNeil, number 24 machine. He will be shotgun on the field. So that is your starting lineup here tonight for the TWR Truck Series. Racing live here from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. 1.5 mile track. Much like Texas and Charlotte. However, this track is a lot slicker. We're going to see some guys really sliding around here today. Going to be intense. Going to see who can be a good wheelman and keep on the truck as the pace car lights are off. Pace car lights are on a fit lane, and we're underway here for race number 2 of the TWR Truck Series. Casey Drake got a good start, but the 66 machine got a better run right there. Overall, I think the 51 kind of spun his tires. So Derek Smith now jumps to his outside. Looks like Eric Kepperlin and Double Zero is also in the field. Not quite sure he didn't show up on the grid, but anyhow, Derek Smith now gets a big run on the outside lanes ahead into turn 3. Has the advantage by just a little bit. Worked way through turns 3 and 4. Bottom lane is usually just faster, so looks like the 51 Casey Drake's going to clear Derek Smith. Now Andy Andrews falls right in behind. And Casey Drake can lead the first lap here at Atlanta. Casey Drake can also hold on to that lead. Get the 66 and 20 be right behind, but Stephen Gale now trying to hold off Jeffrey Price for that 4th position. Stephen Gale going to go high. Or excuse me, that's actually Jeffrey Price going high. That's Stephen Gale in the 8 machine. See, I know Stephen's a Chase fan, so he's the one in the Chase scheme, but no, he's really in the actual 8 truck. So now it looks like Eric Kepler going to get it around the 45 machine of Jeffrey Price, along with the 13 machine of Hilton Young. So the 24 is kind of riding on in the back. Meanwhile, Casey Drake sliding up the racetrack. And here comes Derek Smith on the bottom now. We're into turn 3, 51 on the outside, 66 on the bottom. Gotta be careful because the outside lane can get tight here at Atlanta in turns 3 4 especially. So Casey Drake is going to hold on to the lead for now. We're going to see who has the advantage coming into turn 2 though. And Andrews actually kind of likes these guys getting side by side. Well, this is allowing him to catch him quite easily. One blinks just a little bit right there, but this is allowing him to catch them and get up here and battle for this lead. So it looks like Casey Drake going to clear Derek Smith on the outside lane. Now here comes Andy Andrews, as I said, trying to take advantage of these guys battling. Go to the bottom, can't quite get underneath the 66 machine. Actually, 66 is going to get underneath the 51, and Andrews got a little bit loose right there. Casey Drake, nope, Derek Smith will that time in the line. And Derek Smith now easily clears the 51 machine on the inside lane, as the inside lane is usually straight up better here. So that Pennzoil machine out front here for the first time tonight. So Hindu is just still kind of staying there back in that 3rd position. This is exactly where he started, so she's pretty even right now. As here comes Casey Drake, though. He's got a run on Derek Smith down the back stretch to go into turn 3. Casey Drake has a little bit of a run going into the corner. Unfortunately, it gets tight, washes up the track. And it looks like Derek Smith's going to come out of that on top once again. Let's see if Casey Drake can set up another pass on him here. We go into turn 1. It's not look like he cannot. It doesn't look like he can, so looks like they're going to stay the way they are right now. But everybody now single file throughout the field. And again, these guys are going to have to pit more so for tires than actual gas. The tires were off so fast there. It's a really old surface. Last repaved in 1998. The oldest surface on in NASCAR. So definitely not a forgiving racetrack, that's for sure. You got to be a real man to you know, be successful here. You got to, you know, it's also extremely bumpy, as you would imagine, being an old speedway. Extremely bumpy. This track doesn't have a lot of grip, so you're going to see some guys get sideways, maybe even spin. So far, I was doing a pretty good job, though. As looks like Andrews is trying to get around that 51 Fortnite truck here. Casey Drake on the outside lane. And just hit the run off the corner. And it's kind of it's a multi-groove speedway. Granted, on short runs, it's all about the inside lane. On long runs, you can kind of run the outside, kind of run the inside lane. And it's all about where you don't get loose. And you're going to see a lot of guys get side by side. Somebody washes up the track, somebody gets sideways on the outside or something like that. And you're going to see a lot of guys get sideways and have to back out of it to keep from wrecking each other. So we may even see some guys who go side by side and end up spinning each other out just because one gets tight washed up or one gets sideways by themselves, as it happens quite often here actually. So definitely does not happen quite often in the trucks as it does in the Cup cars, especially since they're the most powerful and even the Xfinity series. But it certainly does still happen. And it's also all about track weather, as we're going to look at that actually right now. Usually, if it's hot and sunny like it is right now, it's 90 degrees, so yeah, it's pretty hot and pretty sunny. 7 mile an hour wind speed, 66% humidity, partly cloudy. So when it's usually hot and sunny such as this, it usually makes it slick, as you see. And Andrews getting sideways right there off turn 2, right in front of the 00 machine of Eric Kipling. A great save by Andrews, but you're going to see that happen a lot here tonight, as I was mentioning. Guys just getting slick, and that's why this track's a very tough racetrack. The best shine here, this racetrack. So he lost position, but it's all better than spinning out. So let's look at. It looks like the 8 machine is slow. Our own Stephen Gale slow right there. I want to look back at what happened to him. Oh, this is what happened right here. See here, Stephen Gale comes out of the corner, gets extremely loose, overcorrects just a bit, makes heavy contact with the outside wall. Actually, he manages to keep it straight out of Herm's way, so no caution comes out. Nobody gets involved besides him, so I'm most likely going to come back around to the pits here. Definitely not a good thing for him, as no, actually he continued to go on track still. So meanwhile, the 24 is sideways. Does he save it? Yes, he does. Down the apron. Great save by him again. That's what I'm talking about. These guys are going to get sideways. And you're going to see some guys, they're just going to be screaming to their crews for tires. Going to try to come down as soon as possible. Actually, Eric Kipling has now gone around the 51 machine of Casey Drake while we're looking back at what happened to Stephen Gale there. So, I'm guessing the 51 machine just got loose, and Eric Kipling managed to pounce on it. So, Derek Smith leading, Eric Kipling in second. Casey Drake third as he's getting tight off the corner. Almost at the outside right there. We got the 20, the third, or yeah, Aaron Andrews 20, the 13, the 45, Steven, and that's the field. The 24 looks as though he is maybe, yep, okay, no, he's in his pit stall. Just blinking. I thought he disconnected there for a second, but anyhow, Derek Smith currently still your race leader on lap 15. And there he is, working the wheel right there. As a couple of having a bit of connection issues, but yeah, you're gonna see that happen a lot. And Ninja's going for a slide, locks it down, a heavy contact to the outside wall. Does that bring the yellow out? Yes, there it is. First caution flag of the night. We watched it live. And Andrews got the best of Atlanta. So I'm going to take a look at back what happened there. We saw the end part of that live. And yeah, I was complaining in driver chat before the race even took place about how loose he was in practice and how, you know, he was not really looking forward to this event. So right here, he actually gets sideways on the exit of turn 4. It's because he's kind of on that bottom lane. That's not usually where you want to be. You usually want to be kind of in the middle. You got to just kind of play with the throttle. It's all about throttle control here. So anyhow, he got kind of sideways, got on the apron, went up the racetrack, did a great job to hold on to it all the way until he got up the racetrack, scraped the outside wall. And then the tri-oval, it's a harder turn than you sometimes think. So when you're sliding, you're bouncing off the wall and stuff, it's hard to miss that wall again. So he tried missing the wall again, got even more sideways. The 13 machine's right there. He tries to correct it without getting into the 13 machine. So let's back up the racetrack, overcorrects just a little bit. And that's it from there. It's pretty heavy contact with the outside wall. Definitely fixable. No need for a fast affair really to speak of. Spun down into the grass. Everybody else managed to miss him. So single truck spin here at Atlanta. Happens quite often actually. So now we're going to go back live here. We'll look at pit stops. So, Casey Drake missed his pit stop. He got too far to the right in his pit stall, and that's gonna cost him, I guarantee you, at least 4 spots. Derek Smith was off-road first, Eric Keplinger second. There goes 13 machine. You see the 51 is still trying to get that his pit stop completed. He's gonna roll out just ahead of the 45 machine. The 24 actually gonna get his lap back right there as he pitted before the caution came out. And you see, Andy Andrews and Steven Gills is fixing their damage they got there with their on-track incidences. So, Derek Smith in the class of the field so far here tonight. I'm going to take this opportunity, the first caution break of the night, to go to a quick commercial break. Don't go ahead, we'll be right back.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back live to race number 2 of the TWR Truck Series live racing here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway. First caution of the night for Andy Andrews' self-inflicted incident, if you want to call it that. Came out front fork, just got loose, and was the first victim of the Atlanta slickness. So, single car incident. Base car lights are off, but they're hard to turn back on pit lane. Fields in the hands of Derek Smith. When does he go? There he goes. And the green flag's back out here from Atlanta. Derek Smith, we got a great jump right there. He's going to clear the rest of traffic. Meanwhile, Eric Keplinger is still in second. Case Drake going to run the 13 machine. He's now up to third. And it looks like they're all single file already here in the first lap to restart. So Eric Keplinger seemed to have a pretty good night so far. Right now that P2 is working way up from the back of the field, so definitely has a fast truck looking to try to take advantage of it and try to catch up to Derek Smith here. He's been pretty much the class of the field ever since he took the lead away from Casey Drake. Eric Keplinger got scraped the wall just a bit right there and entered into turn 3. And you see that damage already in the right front right there. It's not going to be too fun for him. Not a huge deal. Just probably a few seconds optional, but definitely not something you wanted to do. The wall does come out and bite you there, especially when you're right behind a vehicle. You can't really see it. It comes out of nowhere and it kind of bites you. I've hit that wall before myself, so I'm not judging the least. But meanwhile, Casey Drake kind of still right there in third, looking on. You got Hilton Yun right there in fourth. Jeffrey Price is falling back quite a bit from those guys. 24, he's still a lap down. Then you have Andy Andrews, Stephen Gale, and that's the rest of the field. So they're going to make it about, I'm guessing, 25 laps or so on tires and tank of gas. But the question is, will everybody make it far enough to have green flag pit stops? As I said before, this track is extremely slick and extremely hard to, not spin a truck out, and that's why we've already seen a caution. And as the leader gets on the outside wall, here comes Eric Keplinger to try to take advantage of that. Down low, Eric Keplinger goes. He's going to go on by to the race lead away from Derek Smith. Derek Smith fights hard back on the outside lane. Gets a run off turn 4 and to see if he can hold on to it. Looks like Eric Keplinger's going to lead this lap. This time by. He did just by a little bit. So going to turn 1. It looks like he's going to clear 66 machine to 66 get the run off the corner. Yes, he does. Gets it back to the outside of Eric Keplinger. So side by side of the back straightaway drag race down to the back straightaway. They go into turn 3. 66 still holding the outside lane, looking to try to keep the momentum up top and hold on to that lead. But looks like Eric Keplinger cleared him. So Eric Keplinger out front here for the first time tonight. I mentioned earlier he had a fast 00 ISM Connect Chevy Silverado, so he put it where you want it to be. So, but of course, Derek Smith, as I was mentioning, how tricky this track is, how slick it is, and how hard it is to not make a mistake, not hit the wall, not slide out, not spin it. We saw right there our race leader, the guy who's been leading most of the night. He just got on the outside wall pretty heavily in turn 2. So. Eric Keplinger out front now. He's led now 2 laps. Derek Smith has led 22. Keith Drake only led 3. And that's everybody's led a lap. So right now, Derek Smith has led the most amount of laps. Let's see if that's going to continue or not. It actually looks like they're fighting back here for a second now. Casey Drake, I think, got a little bit loose still, and entry to the travel, trying to find a line to get around the 66 machine. It's kind of hard to to look around all on the racetrack, make sure nobody's making anything that happen. Nothing's really happening that's exciting, because at all moments there's people sliding around, people hitting the wall and stuff, and it's kind of hard to keep track of it all at the same time. But anyhow. So Casey Drake, he's right over that 66 machine. I'm going to try to take that second place away from him. Eric Keplaner's final pull out to a 1 second lead over this battle for second. So he's trying to gap himself and get a good sized lead before either green flag pit stops or another caution comes out. As actually it looks like Casey Drake, I don't think he got in the back of the 66 machine, but he's going to go down on low and try to take away that second position, which is going to help Eric Keplaner grow his lead even more when these guys side by side. Looks like Derek got a little bit loose right there, or a little bit tight in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Had to back out of the gas, keep him hitting the wall again, and that's going to give the spot to Casey Drake now for second. As now Eric gained half second in the laps, and now he's up to a 1.5 second lead. So coming up shortly here on halfway. At the completion of lap 38 will be halfway, so we're only 5 laps away from that. 6 laps away from that, excuse me. As Derek Smith now looking to try to get back underneath Casey Drake for that second position. And the draft does play a little bit of a role in this speedway, pretty much all mile and a halves. The draft does factor just a little bit. You see Casey Drake and a little bit sideways right there working the wheel. Derek Smith all the back of him, and luckily they didn't make any contact, so we're going to continue on with our way. So that battle for second now, actually Derek's kind of falling off just a bit from the back of Casey Drake, so I'm going to take a look back through the rest of the field, see if there's any battling going on. No battling, but Stevens, well, I take it back. Stevens definitely battling that steering wheel, I'll tell you that much. So it's actually the 24 truck slides down it through the grass and then makes its way on the pit road. So that's going to be a black flag for that machine. And that's sort of take a look back at what happened there. Looks like he just kind of drove in the corner a little bit too hard, stood up the racetrack, hit the outside wall. He's kind of having connection issues, and he just kind of, I'm not quite sure if he was trying to pit or he just got loose, but he slid down and missed the pit entrance. Definitely was speeding, and also took a trip through the grass. So, but I'm going to go back live here for you as our race leader just got sideways right there. Keplaner pretty much dirt tracking at this point out front, but he's at the 2.5 second lead, so he's got to be careful not to mess that up, because even if he makes a little bit of a mistake, gets a little bit sideways, and has to correct it, as long as he doesn't spin his truck out, which is what Stephen Gale is fighting not to do right now, he's pretty much in the clear. Just got to keep the truck in one piece. Don't make too costly mistakes. There's no reason to really, fighting that truck hard right now. As he's sideways again at turn 4. And the more and more he gets sideways, just the worse and worse the looser the truck gets. Because you're pretty much warming up your tires, and when you're not tires, it makes the handling go away even more. So it creates less grip for you. So must be doing that as little as possible. As Derek Smith almost got in the outside wall back there, actually. Trying to take a look back at this battle here for a second. Derek Smith right in the upper corner panel of Casey Drake for that second position. We're just one lap away here from halfway in this race. Now Eric Kipling has a 3-second lead over Casey Drake. He's under fire now from Derek Smith, who does not have to look too far back to look at Hilton Yun. So 3-check battle here, almost pretty much for second. So now we are officially halfway through this race. Like a mid-race break summary here. So 38 laps have been completed. We have 29 left. Okay, so we're not actually halfway. Okay. Take back what I said. I messed up on my math. So we actually were halfway on lap. Oh, Derek Smith's going around. He slides to the grass, can he hang onto it? Looks like the outside wall, and he's going around. Right in front of traffic. Gonna see if everybody mentions to miss him. Yes, they do. But, man. And actually, I just realized that halfway was when I mentioned when halfway would be. So, well, got 2 lead changes and now 2 cautions. So, Derek Smith going around here in that 3rd position. Definitely something, not something that Eric Kipling wanted to see. So, we're going to go the LCTV old replay here. And again, just getting loose out of turn 4, and he wrecked all the way. He was wrecking all the way until he got to turn 1. So, great job. A lot of hard work trying to get that truck, from keeping it from making contact with the outside wall or anything. But unfortunately, could not do it. Just slid up, got tagged to the outside wall, slid into the tri-oval, slid down the track into the grass, came back up the racetrack, hit the wall, and he finally went around. It's a tough break for the 66 machine. Derek Smith lived the first part of the race, and now he's going around on the front stretch at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So, I also just heard a word that Andy Andrews had a missed shift and his engine failed. So, fortunate for him. Leaders come on to pit road. There goes Eric Kiplinger into his pit stall. Nice and cautious pit entry right there. Jeffrey Price, I think we missed his pit stall. He went right on through. So he's going to probably have to come back down pit road for sure. Yeah, there it is right there behind the 20 machine right there. In between the 8. So Eric Kiplinger actually keeps Drake off pit road first. Eric Kiplinger comes off second. Oh, maybe not. I'm not quite sure how Eric beat off Casey, but he did somehow. So, hopefully not off. Hopefully not off third. 24, but she gets one of his laps back. He's now 3 laps down. 20, 66, 8 are also on pit road. So, we'll take this opportunity to go to another commercial break here tonight. We're right back for the last half of this one. Jeffrey Price is actually going to pull off, looks like here. So, okay. But, yeah, we're right back after a quick commercial break. Don't go away.
When I was 16 years old, I was working in a Goodyear tire store, and my boss actually built an old dirt car, street stock Monte Carlo. Went with him one night, fell in love with it. It was a hell of a race, hell of a party, and a big fight afterwards. I was like, this is it. This is it for me. It wasn't long after that, I was driving an old 78 Camaro out of the weeds at that guy's farm. We pulled that thing out and made a race car out of it, and away we went. You know, I think a driver has more to do with the equation going back and racing dirt, whether it's a modified, a late model. You can do more with the race car. You know, the harder you drive it, a lot of times, the better it goes. You can crawl up on that wheel and feel like you made the difference at the end of the night. Asphalt car, you can't overdrive them. Well, that was the first thing that I had to learn right off the bat is, oh my gosh, I've got to discipline myself, not overdrive this thing, and that's how you get the most out of it. Truth be told, communicating the right information to your crew and your crew chief so they can do their job and make their appropriate adjustments for you to go faster and do your job is probably 90% of the game in our world. I've always loved late models. You know, my dream was to be a late model driver driving for a living across the country like Daryl and Don do that drive for me. I mean, that was, truth be told, that was my dream, you know. I always wanted a semi. I always wanted a stacker trailer with 2 hot rods in it and let's go racing. Let's take off with your buddies and go race and chase that dream. Never in a million years did I think it would turn into a Cup Series, and I actually have an opportunity to own 2 you know, dirt late model teams. When you think of iRacing, you don't think of a video game. It's not. It's way above and beyond any of that. You know, dirt racing changes so much. The track changes so much. Being able to capture that, to, you know, experience all those details that surround dirt racing and make dirt racing what it is what makes iRacing so cool, because they did nail all of that. I knew when they came to our shop and scanned cars and went to the detail of getting that car right, I knew that it was going to be over the top. Because
All right, back live here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Stephen Gale is joining me now in the broadcast booth, retiring from his number 8 machine. As Eric Kipley are going to get the green flag, we're back away here from Atlanta. Even start for the 00 to 51 as going to turn 1 here. Oh, Casey Drake trying to go around 00. 00 decides to block. Aggressive maneuver, aggressive maneuvers in the back straightaway. Heading to turn 3, Eric Kipley has the advantage. I'm sure Casey Drake probably was not too happy about that block right there. He's going to look low once again. Eric Kipley aggressively blocking him as down. Casey Drake is going to say, I'm going to go to the outside. He can't hold me back for too long. As we go into turn 1, Casey right in the rear corner panel of the 00. 00 comes up in front of him. Eric Kipley tries to block all the way down to the white line. Casey pulls back in line behind him. And a little bit of contact right there with 51. As they go through 3 and 4, 00 going to get the run off the corner. Coming across the start finish line, he'll be leading this lap as well. Eric Kipley continues to lead here at Atlanta.
Only 3 cars on the lead lap. The 24 is still 3 laps down. As Derek Smith comes back on the track.
Eric Kipley continues all to lead here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Casey Drake still in a close second. Colton Young back there in third. Just a long ways back to Derek Smith now. He's on the front stretch. He's actually a chance of going a lap down here shortly before this night is over. So, fortunate break for him. He's actually 5 laps down apparently. So, I missed that. Again, there are no fast repairs in this series, so that means if you get taken out in a wreck,
You're out.
Yeah, that's pretty much your night over. So, quick break for Derek Smith has led quite a few laps here, led pretty much the whole first part of the race until getting past Eric Kipley, and ended up finishing in 5th place, 5 laps down. So, tough break for him, but So it looks like Eric Keplinger is now officially the most amount of laps. Coming across the finish line, he will lead 25 laps so far here. So a great run by him. He missed last week at Daytona, so this is going to help him out greatly in the point standings here, as Casey Drake's going to try to keep him from winning this one, as he's right there in close second. Our pole sitter, Hilton on still back there in third, kind of just quietly right on the top 5 all night, so that's where he is right now. As they're coming around now to, I believe, 16 laps to go, so I believe they can make it from now on to the end without any necessary pit stops for fuel. The question is, can they make it that far on tires and without, you know, obviously spinning like we've seen twice so far tonight?
They can. What I've seen in car, they have enough gas. And the tire should be good enough. It's just loose in the long run. Oh
yeah, I mean, like I said, we've already seen the 20 machine and the 66. The 66 who dominated the first part of this race. They've already both now, you know, they've wrecked. They've put it behind the wall, and 66 has to still run on their own track, but I know. I mean, the 20 hit the wall, so it's like. Ooh. Actually, I believe Derek Smith actually has quit. So, so they've both wrecked. They both put it behind the wall, and you know they're out of it. And we've seen everybody get loose pretty much. You know, you saw you get sideways and hit the wall there. And,
oh yeah.
I mean, it's definitely slick out there, like I said. So it's all about you know who can just try to go as the 51 goes to the grass. It's all about who can just find the right line to take that, you know, has the most grip, who can save their tires the best and not push it too hard right after they change it. And as these two leaders, they really push their tires on that restart whatnot. So if Holton, he's back there in third, 2.5 seconds back, but he might just be saving his tires, setting up for the long run here. As Eric Keplinger to the outside, Casey Drake on the bottom, going the apron right there, slid up the racetrack, managed to hang on to it as Eric Keplinger's on getting sideways. Drake right rear bumper there of Eric Keplinger through turns 1 and 2. Got a little bit of a higher exit right there. Looking to try to maybe make a move on the outside. Couldn't quite do it, so I'm just going to fall back by a truck length ahead into turn 3. It's definitely running a higher line, which usually has more grip. And it kind of saves your tires a little bit more. So maybe setting up for a late race pass here. Looks like he's trying to do a pass in the grass. So he's hit that travel grass a couple times so far, so just gotta be careful not to do that, because that's from that transition of grass to the pavement, it will get your truck extremely sideways. But Hilton, he's 3.5 seconds back, unless he's really conserving his tires and setting up, and he's gonna charge back up here. I think he's pretty much out of it. It's pretty much the two-main fight for this one right here. So it's pretty much. I think he's just waiting for them to wreck. And these guys, they've got to be careful not to spin each other out. I mean, it's just a tough racetrack to go side by side, and being extremely aggressive, so we'll see what happens here. Side by side. 51 goes down to the bottom. Eric Keplinger gets a little bit tight as they roll out of the gas. This is the bit on exit right there, so the backfire out of the tailpipes is now trying to block the 51 machine. Man, that's a very aggressive blocking. And now he's going to slide himself off the track, so blocking kind of cost him a bit right there, though. Casey Drake's stuck on the apron a little bit. Sliding up the track, a little bit of contact between the two leaders right there. As they come into turn 4, it looks like across the stripe, Eric Keplinger barely has the advantage. If only that was the finish right there. That would have broken our record we had Sunday night, but as the 00 gets in the back of the 51 machine a little bit, I believe. All the back of Casey Drake right there. 10 laps to go here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, coming up to 9. 00 hits the wall a little, just nicked it. Saw the sparks fly. Eric Keplinger, Casey Drake. Oh, Casey got loose right there. Eric's going to try to pounce on him. Down low goes Eric Keplinger to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to get back around the 51 machine for the lead. 51 going to have the momentum on the high side. However, the inside lane is usually faster in the corner. Looks like Eric's going to clear him, slides him in front of him. Does Casey pull the crossover? Does he stick back to the outside? Looks like he's going to stay behind him, actually. So we're going to turn 3. Now Casey's trying to go a little bit lower down than Eric. Does he get big enough for a run right here to do anything with it? Eric gets a little bit loose on the corner. Exit, and 51 machines go around. Hard contact with the outside wall. Caution's out, and we're going to have 2 trucks left to battle it out for the win.
Yeah, did my radio sound bad out there?
Casey Drake being extremely aggressive.
And now he's doing burnouts.
Take a look back at what happened there. Again, the third self, it's the third self-spin, if you want to call it that, here at Atlanta. I mean, like I said, the track's so slick. These guys have got to be careful when they're racing this hard for the win. And that's what happened right there. You saw just gets sideways out of the corner, overcorrects the bit, makes heavy contact with the outside wall. Truck spins around several times before sliding down onto the apron. Cautions back out. And now Hilton and Eric Kepling are the only 2 trucks left on the lead lap to race it out. So,
well, at least 24 gets 3rd place today, after being the back wheel race.
We're gonna take a gyro cam replay here. Look from comes out of the corner, he gets sideways, overcorrects the bit, makes heavy contact with that side wall. So tough break for Casey Drake in 51 machine. Didn't have to put it behind the wall now with heavy engine damage to that machine. So now, all that's left is the 13 machine and the 00. So Hilton Young, Eric Kepling are going to be the 2 left to battle it out for the win here. Eric Kepling is going to get off pit road first. And there goes something off second. So 24 machine getting no one on his laps back. He'll be just 2 laps down, but he's going to pretty much lock up a 3rd place finish here tonight as he's going to pass Casey Drake this time by. So Eric Kepling are now back out front as the 13 machine going to try to keep him running for his money here and for the win. It's going to be interesting to see what he can try to pull off here. But we're going to go to another quick commercial break and come back for the finish of this one.
I want to leap over buildings, want to fly over the shores, faster than a lightning flash, rushing through the cool night air. So start ignition, count to 0. I just wanna be a superhero. With fearless thoughts, emotions swirled, I wanna
Welcome back live here to Atlanta Motor Speedway, race number 2 of the TWR Truck Series. For the 3-lap shootout here between Eric Keplinger and Hilton Yun. 2 trucks left on the lead lap. 24 machine is 2 laps down, so I'm going to play a factor in this win as green flag is going to come out here shortly. There it is. And 00 gets a good jump there on the 13 machine.
Yeah, Eric has a great jump. The 13 part doesn't have anything to catch him with. That's a great start there.
Yeah, Eric Keplinger has been pretty much the fastest truck out here tonight. Hilton Young been kind of running around in the top 5 just consistently. So unless Eric Keplinger makes a big mistake, it looks like he's pretty much has this one in the bag. Works his way through 3 and 4.
We approach 2 to go.
There's 3 miles left for Eric Keplinger to win here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So I ended at 1 and 2. It's gotta be nice and cautious, make sure he doesn't make a mistake. That will let the 13 catch back up to him. It's actually Hilton Young got on the 8 just a bit there. And that Havlin Chevy Silverado. See him charging into hard. Unfortunately, now he slid up the racetrack and it's not gonna be enough. So 1 lap to go here for Atlanta Motor Speedway. Just 1.5 miles for Eric Keplinger. Walk up a victory here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Slid 40 laps here tonight. Pretty dominant performance ever since they got the lead from Derek Smith and Casey Drake. Goes on the back straight for the last time, headed into turn 3. Here it comes through 3 and 4. Eric Keplinger gonna pick up his first win of the season here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Hilton Young gonna finish 2nd. Preston McNeil gonna finish 3rd, 2 laps down. And the rest of the field is all either behind on pit road or behind the wall. So Eric Keplinger gonna burn him down here on the front straightaway once he comes around. ISM Connect Chevy Silverado. Goes on the front straightaway. Eric Keplinger burn him down here after his victory. And as Eric Keplinger going to continue to celebrate here on the front straightaway, I'm going to go to another quick commercial break and come back for interviews of the top few finishes. I'll be right back.
open. Keep your eye on those gauges. We'll give you 4 tires. 3, 2, 1, now. We're done. Get going.
Alright, welcome back everybody to post-race coverage of the TWR Truck Series here. Live post-race coverage with post-race interviews. The top few finishers here. Unfortunately, we cannot get an interview with your third-place finisher, Preston McNeil. We can't get an interview here with your second-place finisher, Hilton Young. So I'm going to bring him into the booth here shortly. Hilton Young, do you have a copy? So yeah, Hilton, we saw you kind of quietly inside the top 5 much of the night there. Fortunately, you couldn't really have much of a run there to go after Eric for the win there. But solid top five run, came P2, so definitely not a bad night points wise. So what your race there this night, man?
Yeah, I had a strategy. I kind of figured we'd go green the whole way, and I knew the setup got loose. I could wheel it a whole lot better than people can on setups as a loose. But we had some cautions, and I didn't really have any short run speed, so nothing I could do for Eric.
Yeah, certainly, and came down a 3-lap shootout. You came up second overall. Like I said, you couldn't have quite a good battle for the lead there at the end, but it's a good second run-up finish for you. So any shout outs I'm gonna give you to run-up finish?
Yep. I just appreciate being in this league. Texaco Haviland Chevy was good. Had a good night.
All right, thank you, Hilton, for your time, and have a good night.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, so that was your second place finisher there. Hilton Young rounded up second. Didn't lead any laps, but overall, a solid points day. So I'm going to get with your winner here tonight, Eric Kepliner, into the booth here. Eric Kepliner, do a copy.
What's up, man?
So, yeah, we saw you up there. You started dead last. I think you missed qualifying there. You worked your way through the field patiently, made it up to the front clean, got around the 66 machine there, and held off Casey Drake until he spun, and then you managed to pull off, get the win there in that 3-lap shootout. So, great run for you. Led 41 laps. Pretty dominant performance by you. Talk about your race, man.
Man, dude. I mean, 5 minutes before the race, I got a Discord notification from Casey. I was like, yo, you're going to do the Jazz race? I'm like, wait, I didn't think it was tonight. So I joined and got here just in time. Made my way through the field starting last. It was really fun, honestly. And then got the battle with Casey. It was really fun, and then he just lost it because in 4, when you were actually on those old tires, the car just slide and back end would just stick out and the car would get sideways. But for most of the race, it wasn't really much of a factor. I mean, it was to the point where you could easily just save it. But like when you're really on those old tires, like I think it was lap like 38, like I just get sideways off of 4. It was really tough on those old tires.
Yeah, it's certainly fun watching you guys up there, you and Casey especially there in that battle, just kind of sliding around, you know, trying to find grip in the racetrack. Kind of reminded me of the 2011 Cup finish there between Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson. But great run for you, like 41 laps. Like I said, pretty dominant performance. Good points day after missing the first race at Daytona last week. So again, you almost missed the race. So I'm sure you're definitely glad that Casey sent you a notification. I'm sure he's kind of regretting that now. But yeah, any shout outs want to give here for your win here tonight?
It's my teammate Casey Drake. We were in a Discord call the whole race. We got the strategy planned out. We're planning to do a one-stop race, but I'm like, I didn't think it happened because I know cautions would come out. So, and then surprisingly, it was only 2 cars on the lap at the end of it. I don't know why Casey. I think he had to do something. That's why he had to leave. But it was probably my main competition there. But all in all, it's just like I can't wait till next week. This is really fun series here. Really fun.
Yeah, certainly. And congratulations on winning, Eric. And I'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so that was your winner here tonight, Eric Kepliner. He led 41 laps to do it to victory. So we're going to take a look now at your results top to bottom here tonight from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Eric Kepliner picks up his first win of the season after missing the first race at Daytona. He's going to wind up second. Preston McNeil, he's going to finish third here tonight, 2 laps down. Keith Drake battling there with Eric on that last run. Unfortunately, he got sideways and overcorrected just a bit, heavy contact with the outside wall. He's going to finish 4th, 8 laps down. Derek Smith, he's going to finish 23 laps down in 5th. Jeffrey Price, he pulled off pit road after making a pit stop after missing his pit stall. So he's going to finish 6th. Our own Stephen Gale, he's going to finish 7th place here tonight. Andy Andrews, last truck in the field, he's going to finish 8th, 29 laps down. So let's look at your results top to bottom here for TWR Truck Series, live from Pocono Raceway. 8 hours started the race, 2 of them finished on the lead lap, but all in all, Eric Kepliner wound up finding a victory lane here tonight. So congratulations to Eric Kepliner. Thank you all to joining us here tonight. We'll pick you up all here next week, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday night. Also, don't forget to miss Sunday night, Access Motorsports Xfinity Series, 8:40 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be live there from Michigan International Raceway. So, again, thank you all for watching. Make sure if you enjoyed, hit the like button. Helps us out quite a bit. And we'll see you all here later. Have a good night.